we took our time to work on the implementation plan to roll out the plan. So we have come to a point where we are ready to roll it out. But we also understand that stakeholders need time to put together the alternatives to this packaging and the use of these styrofoam products. So we have given up to 1st of January to have it completely off the market, off our homes in the country. So that is what has brought this conversation today. This is Ghana. We needed to take our time to go through the process of the ban.
Professor Nanama Kluche is the CEO of the EPA. Now, as major rainy seasons begin across the country, concerns are once again mounting over the country's perennial flooding problem, particularly in the national capital area. Heavy rains in recent days have already caused flooding in parts of the city, causing extensive damage and raising fears of a repeat of previous years' devastation. Over the weekend, several homes around Kanishi, Ablekuma, Bayard, Malam, Wejatbawe, Tetegu, part of Airport West and others were inundated by floodwaters. Monday morning's rains also triggered flooding in some communities. Director of Inspectorate of the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, Richard Amoyate, says the completion of the Garrett project will mitigate flooding impact in the country.
Increased frequency of rainfall, it is difficult to predict. But what I'm saying is that we are doing a lot of work to mitigate flooding impact. But for the work that is going on, I can assure you that the situation could have been worse. If some of the drains had not been drained, if some of the wetlands, the drainage basins have not been recovered, it should have been worse. We are working daily with all the agencies that matter, but sometimes nature overwhelms every activity of man.
Right.
So that project is going to bring on board a lot of drainage infrastructure. So by so doing, it will mitigate flooding to a very large extent.
You just heard there Richard Amoyate, he's a director of NADMO. But development planning expert Isaka Amonkote says the solution lies in redevelopment of the cities.
For everybody to talk about procurement and all that, but physically or naturally, we have to go back and do the right thing by redevelopment. We are now, you see, when it rains and the rain is coming from a particular basin and it doesn't hit the other basins, then you can be, throwing your hands and then jubilating. But when it is a huge one that covers, like it cuts across all 3-4 basins, that is where you are exposed, you see. So now the Lapa, Densu, Onyanshia was hit hard today. And that is why we are seeing it. I don't know whether you've seen the picture on the Achimota Pokwase Highway.
No.
Yes, it's because we have not done any work behind the Ufanko cemetery and then where they sell the wood, the moose area. It is.
We move forward now. Teachers in the Takwa and Sowe municipality of the Western region have declared industrial action over what they describe as the failure of authorities to respond to demands following the alleged assault of 3 teachers by military personnel at the Adeoso MA Basic School. The action follows a 2-week ultimatum earlier issued by the Ghana National Association of Teachers after the April 30 incident in which 3 teachers and a civilian were allegedly assaulted during a military operation linked to illegal mining activities in the community. The unions have therefore announced that teachers across the municipality will from Tuesday, May 26, wear red armbands and begin a sit-down strike in protest against the alleged attack and what they describe as the insensitive handling of the matter by authorities. Perpetua Bosompra is the NATS district chair in Takwa.
As of the time of meeting you today, no authority has responded to our demands, in bracket, the Ghana Education Service and the Security Service. teachers in the Taquan municipality will from Monday, June 1st, 2026, embark on total strike if the issues raised are not addressed. We humbly call on all teachers in the municipality to comply with this directive to help get justice for the affected colleagues. Let us unite and go by the slogan, tax one, tax all. Tax one, tax all.
Perpetua Busumpra is the NAT district chair in Takwa. We do some health-related stories because the threat of Ebola may not be new to Ghana. But the question remains, are we ready to take no chances? With outbreaks reported in some West African countries, concerns remain high on how well the country is managing the threats. At the heart of Ghana's response strategy, however, are specialized infectious diseases and isolation centers established to contain highly infectious diseases before they spread into communities. Facilities such as the Ghana Infectious Disease, along with designated treatment and isolation centers in regional hospitals, are expected to play a critical role in whether a suspected Ebola case emerged. Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Professor Samuel Kaba Akoria, assured the country is on the high alert of the outbreak.
We are well prepared and ready. People have institutional memory of what happened in 2014, 2016, when West Africa experienced the Ebola outbreak. And Ghana fortunately did not experience that, but we had a lot of people who were well prepared. And then most of the people who had worked during that time are still around, and including myself, that led the case management. We have some of those who led a lot of activities around that time. And
that was Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Professor Samuel Kaba Akoria. Before we head out, Ghana has now joined formally 6 other countries on the continent to roll out an e-visa system, which will take a maximum of 48 hours to be issued. This was revealed by President John Mahama, who used the occasion to reiterate his call that Ghana is open for business and called on other African countries to implement the AU Protocol on free movement of Africans as the continent marks 63 years since the formation of the Union. There's more in this report.
Ghana on Monday, May 25, launched a portal to facilitate the easy issuance of visas for African nationals and persons from around the world who wish to visit Ghana. Says Ghana's launch of the e-visa system is to fast-track the borderless concept of a united Africa.
The electronic visa system, or e-visa, will allow travelers from all around the world to apply for visas online. They would upload the supporting documents electronically and make their secure digital payments and receive travel authorization in their emails or on their phones.
Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa dismissed assertions that rolling out a free visa policy for African passport holders and an e-visa system would compromise Ghana's national security.
Databases that ensure that vetting and screening is enhanced. So for those who think that the new regime of openness means that we are going to undermine our security, you heard it from the Minister of the Interior. We have put in place the needed mechanisms to ensure that even as we open up our country, we do not undermine the security and the stability of our country.
And that's it for the morning news on 3FM 92.7. Please log on to our website, 3news.com. My name is Christabel. Success Trevor. Business is up next on Sunrise.
Frequency 92.7 3FM.
3 FM.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the business news on Sunrise. Coming up this morning, finance analyst urges market participants and the general public not to panic over recent depreciation of the cedi. Expects its depreciation to halt by end of the second quarter.
This is just an annual cyclical event that will reverse by the end of the second quarter. And so there is no cause for alarm. There is no cause for any worry.
Meanwhile, Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry boss urges central bank intervention to stabilize cedi and halt dollar hoarding.
I think we have been also assured by the governor that they have enough buffers, they have enough reserve to be able to intervene. I'm just wondering why they are not intervening.
Plus, Consumer Protection Agency blames Customs' vision of grapho influx of substandard products following recent Standards Authority crackdown on foreign shops.
It becomes so unfair even to local manufacturers. The local manufacturers have a GRA officer in that place. They have an FDA officer in that place, making sure that they go through all the standard production and then the taxes to pay.
My name is Christabel. Success Trevor will bring you details of our headlines and other stories shortly. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us here on 3FM. Finance and tax analyst Nelson Kujo-Kwabeji has urged market participants and the public to remain calm over the recent depreciation of the cedi, characterizing the currency's downturn as a normal cyclical market phase rather than a systemic economic failure. The cedi has emerged as the weakest performing currency in sub-Saharan Africa across April and May, losing over 10% of its value against the dollar since the beginning of 2026.
Speaking of the market dynamics, Kwagbeji explained that the pressure on the local currency is heavily tied to predictable seasonal trends.
As at first quarter of 2025, the cedi depreciated by some 5.3%. But that same year, the cedi ended up being the best performing currency in Africa. And so this is just an annual cyclical event, and we need not to worry or get panicked by the depreciation of the cedi. Now, during the first quarter, what normally happens is that most multinational companies try to repatriate, profit back home. And that actually put pressure on, the Ghana cedi.
The analysts maintain that because these pressures are cyclical, the currency is expected to find its footing once the peak demand window subsides.
The IMF criticized the Bank of Ghana for intervening too much in the market. And so what we have seen this time around is that the Bank of Ghana is cautious and prudent regarding their intervention approach, within the FX market. And so we believe that this is just an annual cyclical event that will reverse by the end of the second quarter. And so there is no cause for alarm. There is no cause for any worry. The cedi will gather strength and remain stable. We are actually projecting the cedi to, reverse this depreciation trend by the end of the second quarter. By that time, most companies might have finished, repatriating profit back home, and there wouldn't be any much pressure on the Ghana cedi.
Meanwhile, speaking on business focus, CEO of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mark Bedu-Abuaje, is urging the central bank to intervene to ensure the stability of the local currency to prevent hoarding.
There's no cause for alarm, actually, because from all the things he said, I align with him. These are periods where you see some level of depreciation. But we have had, since last year, a very good performance of the local currency because of the intermediation from the central bank. And I think we have been also assured by the governor that they have enough buffers, they have enough reserve to be able to intervene. I'm just wondering why they are not intervening, or the magnitude is so huge that probably they are observing what will happen. But we don't have to wait for much longer time. If you wait for a longer time, that is where the speculations will set in. And it will be difficult to reverse speculations when they set into an exchange rate market, because people are now thinking that now that the cedi has started depreciation, and looking at our past experiences, the possibility that we'll go back to our usual self is also there. So if you're not careful, you see people running to get a dollar to hold, and that is where you see the depreciation at a faster rate.
You just heard the CEO of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mark Bedu Abuaje. The Consumer Protection Agency has blamed the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority for the influx of substandard products on the Ghanaian market. According to the agency, many of these products are imported through the country's ports, pointing to weak enforcement and limited vigilance at entry points. This follows a recent crackdown by the Ghana Standards Authority on some foreign companies in Accra found to be dealing in low-quality products. Speaking on business focus, Executive Director for Mediation and Arbitration at the Consumer Protection Agency, Nana Prempeh Duhene, said the situation is leading to significant revenue losses for government.
Why are we not stopping them from the ports?
Exactly the question.
Why are we not stopping them from the borders? So GRA, the Custom Division, seriously, for us, Consumer Protection Agency, we believe that they are the cause of all this problem that we are facing at the moment. And as I said, it becomes so unfair even to local manufacturers. Imagine a local manufacturer producing a product. The local manufacturer have a GRA officer in that place. They have an FDA officer in that place, making sure that they go through all the standard production and then the taxes to pay. Once this product do not even have an importer, because it's not registered with FDA, it doesn't have an importer. So who are even going to trade to say that pay your taxes? They also don't pay anything at the port because nobody is importing them, and they are coming through illegally.
Executive Director for Mediation and Arbitration at the CPA, Consumer Protection Agency, Nana Prempeh Duhene, speaking there. Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mark Bedu Abuaje, has called for better resourcing of regulatory agencies to enable them to clear the market of substandard goods.
I think government should provide the resources that they need, whatever it is. This is a critical concern to every Ghanaian. This is a critical health issue. We are sitting on a time bomb, existential threat to all of us. And if there is a need for government to pump in money, give the FDA and the Standard Authority whatever resources they need to clamp down on these people, I think they have to do it. Otherwise, the cost, if you don't act on it, will be more than how much they would have spent in resolving the issue. So much as we support businesses, as a Chamber of Commerce, we support people who are doing credible business. We will never support anybody doing any illegality.
Mark Bedu Abuaje is the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We'll now take a look at how the cedi is faring against major trading currencies and how some...
On the interbank foreign exchange market, the dollar is selling at 11 cedis 63 pence worth. Its recorded change. The British pound is selling at 15 cedis 63 pence worth. It recorded no change. The euro is selling at 13 cedis 49 pence worth. It also recorded no change. However, be guided that these figures could be higher at the Forex Bureau near you. On the global commodities market, Brent crude is trading at $96.14 per barrel. Gold is trading at $4,570, 50 cents per ounce, up by $61.10. Cocoa is trading at $3,796 per ton, up by $29.
Well, that'll be all for the business news on Sunrise. For more business stories, please check out our website, 3news.com. I am Christabel Success Trevor. The rest of the Sunrise team is up next. Don't go away.
23 past 6 here on 3FM 92.7. Thank you very much for staying with us here on the 3FM Sunrise. And this is the best breakfast show in the capital from now till 10 a.m. We are here, myself, Johnnie, Hughes, Kikujo, DJ Phil, Edith, not Ethel. Edith, not Ethel. And Frederick Kunzo Tiani, a host of the other guys in studio for you from now till 10 a.m., serving you in the best way possible. What is breakfast best here on 3FM 92.7. We're going to kickstart our morning with a message of motivation, after which we'll get into the weather update as well for you here on the 3FM Sunrise. And for a lot of you who share thoughts as to the message that is shared with you every morning, we appreciate the feedback as well. Let's get into it today. And the world has become obsessed with urgency. Everything must happen quickly. Success must be immediate. Healing must be instant. And growth must and should be visible. And somehow, people have started believing that being behind is the same as failing. But nature teaches something different. The sunrise never rushes. A tree does not panic because another tree grows faster. And rivers understand patience. They do not force their way forward violently every moment. They simply keep flowing. And perhaps that is what many of us need to learn this morning. Let there be less rushing and more presence, less panic and more patience, and less performance and more peace. Because the people who move slowly with clarity often travel farther than those who run without direction. May today bring us the grace to trust the timing of life without rushing the process of success. That's our message this morning, reminding us of the need and urgency to always take it easy with ourselves as we sojourn throughout the day. A rainstorm, as mentioned in the night by the Ghana Meteorological Agency, is currently producing thunderstorms with rain over the northeastern part of the country. The rainstorm is expected to continue its westward propagation and induce cloudiness over most places within northern Ghana, or producing thunderstorms or rain of varying intensities from this morning into the afternoon. Southern Ghana will remain cloudy with the likelihood of rain over portions of the coast and its inland areas from this morning into the afternoon. Later in the day, breaks of sunshine will prevail over most areas within the country. However, thunderstorms or rain are anticipated to affect part of the middle and transition sectors from the late afternoon into the evening hours. And so, rains in the northern part, northeast to be specific, and for southern Ghana, a bit more in terms of clouds. It could produce rain, and so let us be on standby. The state of the sea continues to be rough, so our fisher folks will continue to take some extra caution as well in how they go about in navigating the day. With the weather and the message of motivation out of the way, I officially and formally welcome you again to the 3FM Sunrise. We do songs of inspiration, kind courtesy DJ Phil. We get into all of that and more for you here on the 3FM Sunrise. I am Mawuena, Egbeta.
3FM Sunrise.
rains have been on, and it's resulting in floods and lots of it. There's got a lot of people talking, asking questions. My colleague Stanley Bleu witnessed one of such instances where a home was eventually completely taken over, right, by floodwaters. I'll have that shared with us, particularly those of us on Facebook and YouTube who are following. But let's get you into the newspapers right now.
Sunrise on 3FM. Sunrise on 3FM.
Let me say a good morning to Mr. Kujo, who's in studio with us this morning. Kate, trust that all is well?
All is well. Good morning, Mawuena.
Yeah. We missed you yesterday, right? And so, yeah.
Yes.
It's fair enough to ask how the weekend was, even though the week has already started.
It was an awesome weekend.
You were engaged in a lot of activism over the weekend.
Yes.
Activism which will form a part of our conversations this morning as well. I was tucked away, far away. I think I was sharing that yesterday, and so I only came and to see you people were baptizing the Minister for Communications and Digital Technology with a barrage of questions.
Yes. Yes.
Some answers and more questions.
Yes.
Which, for some of us who decided to keep the phones and laptops away, we came and were asking ourselves, hey, what's happening? It's only a peaceful weekend where some of us
Thanks to free speech, free responsible speech.
You added responsible.
Yes. Free these days when you say free speech, people want to get away with everything. So I think thanks to free responsible speech, we are able to speak our mind responsibly on things that matter to the national interest.
I'm sure we'll get into a bit more of that today on the show a lot later, but most certainly for a lot of the IT professionals and from my small readings, there's great concern on the horizon as to what could be a new legislation which could clip all of our wings and demand a bit more in terms of certification and all of that.
Yes.
But I'm sure when we get there, we'll cross the bridge, and or even in the review, we'll get into aspects of that conversation. But not a lot of papers today. I must be honest. I'm scratching my head as to why the papers are not here. But the New Republic is, and so is another of such, and so we'll get into the details. I'll start off with the New Republic, where it says, AG reveals Edubuahin's dirty empire in court, 27 houses, London flats and secret shell companies, how Ghana's top intelligence boss stole public funds. Stories on page 3 of the New Republic. Mosquito stokes NDC fire. Serun Ketia claims personal glory for 2024 victory. Says he forced Haruna Muntaka reshuffle against Mohammed's wishes. Any of them actually works. Any of them. Also, Ghana eyes Kaizen Nation. Chief of Staff signals shift from pilot projects to cross-economy productivity drive. Jailed robber kills Queen Mother. That story has been making the rounds. Yes, so that's what I have with the New Republic?
Yes, I have the Spider, and it starts with Ghana's tobacco fight intensifies as FDA partners review strategy, flag major implementation gaps. Showdown looms over mid-year budget as minority threatens legal action against NDC's, in quotes, authoritarian governance. And as NDC adopts calculated delay of anti-LGBTQ bill. On page 7, there is Akugan enters race for NDC's top communications position. Vows stronger party messaging architecture. And right below that, we have Kit 2 South. Aggrieved assembly members cry, file over skewed development allocation. And President Mahama launches Ghana's first e-visa portal to boost travel and business access.
All right.
So that's with the Spider.
Right, so the EV portal was launched yesterday. E-Visa portal was launched yesterday. The president spoke, says that visas for all Africans, particularly when they get onto that platform, is completely free. But you visited that platform yesterday, and you have some feedback for persons in charge of it. So why are you smiling? Okay. You don't want to.
You want us to go into it?
No, I think it's only fair because ours is a thankless task of accountability.
Yeah.
You know, and so yeah, by all means, because I'm going to go onto the portal right now, but share with us what it is that you experienced when you visited the portal yesterday. I think it's very important for listeners as well to
I think
to
it
be
was
in tune with that.
It's an awesome initiative to start with. Good direction. And there were a lot of speculations prior to the launch, which the Minister for Foreign Affairs clarified. And the unfortunate part is, whilst we were busy launching our e-visa platform, the Ministry of Interior's website was dysfunctional. And that raises concern. That raises concern. Yeah.
Was there a widespread attack yesterday? Because a number of I got
government
wind that a number of them I don't want to use the word attacked, but had been compromised to a certain degree.
Yeah.
For my own personal security, I said, no, if it's been compromised and I log on to the site and whoever has compromised the website steals my data, where do I stand? And so I didn't log on. But I'm just on the e-visa portal right now, and that started to work. I think it's evisa.immigration.gov.gh.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's asking that you create an account. And so you give your first name, your contacts, and then he asks for security. And so I think that's active now.
Yes.
I think initial checks yesterday suggested that there was a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a challenge with it. But you monitored what was the compromise of a number of the sites as well. And I'll come to us hearing from the president, Fred. I just want us to maybe have a few small bites on this one. How widespread was it? Because I didn't want to personally.
Yeah, I think it was quite a number of sites, and it goes back to us having a NETA conversation, because even NETA itself shows some vulnerabilities on their side, and for a state institution or a state agency, we can afford to get it wrong. So I think it's important that moving forward we are able to safeguard some of these digital assets well in the national interest. because such vulnerabilities can cost a nation an arm and a leg, and it's not a good thing. But yesterday's incident, I don't know if it has to do with the traffic, particularly the Interior Ministry. I don't know if it had to do with the
high volumes of persons.
High volumes.
I've always been curious as to how that happened. You know, for every time we roll out online portals, and I mean, you're the digital experts. We do stress testing.
I'm a writer.
No, I'm saying. You have a fair
yes, fair industry idea from my marketing tech experience. But
there is stress testing.
Yes.
But for very strange reasons, after stress testing, when the portals go live, it tends to crash.
Yes.
When a fair few number of persons get on. And so quickly I can go to same Interior Ministry, right? But this time in relation to the security recruitment.
Yes.
The moment we had young persons going on seeking to apply and all of that, the system had to go down for a while and then it returned. That is a story I can almost say happens to everything that has to do with internet service and portals in this country. It almost always goes tanks.
But Mawuena,
so
imagine going to your Facebook one day and not being able to log in, you know, and that's why there's a lot of advocacy that we should build systems or solutions that are future proof, you know, that are resilient enough to, I mean, withstand some of these challenges, because I don't think it will be convenient one day to. Oh, welcome, Johnnie.
Thank you.
Yes. How was the weekend? I didn't see you yesterday.
Yesterday I was here with Mawuena.
Yes.
Mawuena had gone to the Blessed Republic of the Volta region. I had gone to the Distinguished Republic of the Central region on some GMP rounds. He had gone to see off a very noble chief, and we had gone to celebrate another noble chief. So that was how the weekend was for us. But you look very, very sharp and resplendent this morning.
Thank you. Yourself
and
too.
When I grow out, I'll buy the same suit and wear it. The way people are wearing the suits, I've decided not to wear suits, but the way people are wearing the
traditional, you're a person of traditional repute now.
I have to wear a suit with Dapila. Maybe I can change the narrative about Batakari and Dapila. So I will wear a suit with Dapila.
You look like a typical Dagomba man.
I am a chief in Dagomba land, so...
That's it, man.
Nah, Kaula. Tuwapiola.
Please, leave me just here, because when you begin to enter into the other room...
we have not entered yet.
I guess initial ground.
Pleasantries. Nothing dangerous. That you cannot contain.
That's what they call initial ground.
Yeah, initial ground.
So yeah, Kay, you were talking to me about online portal. I always am fascinated by it, that anytime it is Ghanaian, Ghanaian, when you go onto the portal, at least the first few days, you struggle to get access until after a while. And I always ask myself, can we just build it? And then when we say we're deploying it, we deploy, and then on the first day, anybody who wishes to go can go and get access, because we've got experience from other times when portals went live and it crashed. So how are we not building on that? And every time we
COVID track
from back then all the way to now.
Talking about those ones?
From back then all the way to now.
Jack, where are you?
You know.
Remember Jack, where are you?
Yeah. I do.
Remember we spent a lot of money on that.
Jack, where are you?
You remember the COVID app? We actually did a launch for it, told everybody that we didn't spend money. Shatawale came to tell us that we spent money. He got X amount of money.
Yeah. There was that conversation. I can't remember that.
Yeah. So that's just my only curiosity. After, I mean, the portal went live and what the reaction was yesterday. But Fred, I think we can listen to the president now when he spoke during that e-visa e-visa launch, right? Here's the president in his own words.
Effective today, from this moment, all holders of African passports traveling to Ghana for business or tourism will apply for visas exclusively via the new online e-visa platform, and they will pay no visa fee. For emphasis, all African passport holders will not be required to pay visa fees when they apply online. The previous visa on arrival arrangement for African passports, which I initiated in my previous term as president, is hereby discontinued and replaced by this more secure and efficient electronic visa regime. For African countries with which Ghana has visa waiver agreements, citizens of those countries will continue to travel freely to Ghana without applying for visas. For Caribbean and other nations with which Ghana has visa waiver agreements, they also will continue to enter Ghana freely without applying for visas.
So that's the president, and that's our grand plan for visas and how persons make their way into the jurisdiction, amongst many other things. Without a shred of doubt, that is commendable, and I've seen the arguments as to who started it and what. I think I saw one person associated with the NPP who got a response from Standobi reacting to him. For the ordinary Ghanaian, our stress or worry is less about who started it and more about how efficiently this is done and how cost-saving it is.
Yes.
Who started it? I did it. I began it. I put the infrastructure. It is not your money.
Yes. Who brought you to start it?
It is. It is not your money. So let us stop the. And I did decide. Is it working?
But there's political capital to everything they do.
That's fair.
That's why they would always go back to say, I started, I brought it, I perfected it, I did whatever it is. But you have asked a very important question. Most of the things that we invest heavily into in this country don't work. And like my good friend and former producer Gideon Sakite will say, nothing works around here. Because when you're looking for your network, your MNO to give you data or something to do something urgently, you won't find them. When you don't need them, you find sometimes you want to make Momo payments at a very critical point, and the network starts turning you around and spinning you, and you can't do anything about it. When you don't need it, that is when it is efficient and effective. So we ought to go back, because we don't lack the expertise, Mawuena, we don't lack the expertise. No, it's never the case.
It's never been a lack.
It is because we give the thing to people who are sometimes not able to deliver efficiently and effectively on the mandate that has been accustomed to them.
Yes.
And that is where the problem is.
And we let them get away with it.
Like if I go to GIJ this morning, I know that Auntie Ruby and Regina or Reggie at GIJ cafeteria, they will serve us good food, and we know that the quality will be good, the portions will be right. You can also go to some place that they have, like, it's a big thing, some nice branding, blah blah blah. When they give you the food, you'll be shocked. So we need to up our game when we are giving opportunities to do some of these things for the nation. I mean, I remember
the substandard.
I remember so well how Dr. Bawumia, for example, went to the airport, the e-gate thing, and he was standing there, and the thing was not working. Meanwhile, Kay will tell you, when you go UK and the rest, it just picks the thing, pop,
it works.
Pop, you're gone. People actually don't even have patience to wait. They get the signal picks the thing, pop, they're gone. US, pop, they're gone.
Is it also not because we're in a hurry to make political capital out of everything?
That is why.
And so when it is not ready and working, even we're insisting on having it, because you cite that that e-gates issue. We launched a national AI policy, and the minister was attempting to have a conversation.
We even launched a COVID app that was not downloadable on
with the Aku. Is it the Aku AI?
And the minister initially was attempting to have a conversation, and there was a challenge. And for me, when it happens like that, I cringe so terribly.
Yes.
I always ask a question: can we say we are going live today, or in relation to something, and do it well with a certain level of excellence?
Yes,
is something I want the Ghanaian to be associated with. When we say we are launching this, on that day we are not looking over our shoulder, because we held global citizens event in this country. It was Ghanaians who put that event together. But there was a certain supervision, and suddenly we weren't hearing sound, mic check, and all that.
Because like our boss Astus would tell you, and he's a production guru. For those events, you have to be bodily present to do your sound check at least 2-3 hours, maybe 4 hours before the main event. Go and take a rest, and come back on. So your microphone is marked, and it is for you. It is not a shared microphone that everybody. It is the sound is tested, the decibels are checked, the mid, high, and the low. Everything is checked, and it is your mic. After you finish, in fact, I witnessed when Still Pulse came to Ghana at the Independence Square.
Yeah.
When you finish using your mic, Mawuena, they will put your microphone in. It has a bin. He will put your microphone inside. Means that nobody is touching that mic again until the event ends.
Yeah.
K comes, he has a running order, and everybody. But we are so. I don't know how to put it. I don't know what words to. Look, we even commissioned hospitals in this country that were not fit for purpose. Like, that is how we are, because we wanted to make political capital out of it. Schools that are not completed, then we commission them. Then we go and cut ribbon and put the students in there. Then you find that the children are sitting and maybe lying on the floor trying to learn. The washrooms are not.
Makeshift.
I don't get it, because we are in a hurry. Everybody wants to make political capital. Look at La General Hospital, for example. We were not ready. We didn't have the money. We went there and broke down the hospital, collapsed everything, raised it to the ground.
Yes.
Now we are struggling to build it. Sometimes you think about it, you don't get it. There's a road. The road is maybe 50-50 more trouble. Then somebody comes and, out of political whatever it is, comes to raise everything and grades everything, takes off all the asphalt. And then after 5 years, the road is still not constructed. And people's cars would have to go to the shop every time.
Yes.
It looks like it's a systemic thing. It's intrinsic. Something has to be done about it. And this one is not prayer. This one is common sense conversation. And people have to be told that what you are doing, it doesn't make sense. Stop it. People have to be told straight to their face.
We're looking forward to the government executing the reset as it should, but as it seems, I don't think much has changed.
In terms of how we do our things.
In terms of how we do our things. I mean, there's economic relief, there's so much going on that makes our lives better than it was a few years ago. But I think there are certain key things that we keep missing, like Johnnie was mentioning. And I think it's a mindset crisis, you know. Because no matter, I keep echoing this, that, like, no matter how well-intentioned we plan to execute a policy or a directive or whatever it is, you know, there's always a glitch somewhere, and it's concerning. Yes.
Can you imagine that there's a letter coming from the presidency and there are typographical errors? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
That president's security detail is buying cocoa with us at Flagstaff House Junction. So if somebody puts like the Akansi Afasidro or something that will, give him tummy upsets in the cocoa. It means that the president then will be at risk. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that we are comfortable that traffic lights don't work, street lights don't work, and it's okay, it's regular.
It's normal.
Can you imagine that we even don't have proper street markings, road markings, and that if you even by some reason cross and go into, because you're trying to find your level to be,
in your lane,
a police will flag you and stop you. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that the police vehicle doesn't have insurance, but will stop your vehicle to check you for insurance? Can you imagine? Does it make sense?
Yeah, I once saw a policeman who was chasing a motor rider for not having a helmet.
And he didn't have a helmet.
He himself didn't have a helmet.
Can you imagine? Sometimes you can't even think about it. You look at it and you say, the guy wants to arrest you, and he himself, he is at fault, but he has not seen his fault to correct himself.
Yeah.
And he wants to stress you. I don't know why up until tomorrow I cannot go to the passport office and in 5 days or 3 days I can get a passport.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's an entire business which they've been trying to break off with a lot of the digital
even the digital
Mawuena, the machines that
the
we
digital
bought for them, what do they use them
transformation we are talking about has been underserved because you go to Registrar General's department. I think recently a friend wanted to do a renewal. And he was asked to come in person, and there's someone in Ireland, and he's like, said, oh, but you can send somebody. He said, the only person I can send is in Ho. So how do I send the person
somebody to come
the risk of leaving Ho when we are in a digital? But you guys
cost
have
of traveling,
about, and all that.
If the thing is not done for the person in one day, you have to stay on.
Mawuena,
don't we travel and see, Mawuena?
Kay would tell you, when you travel, they just need your fingerprint on something. Yes. Your details pop up. Here, if you want a driver's license, you have to go and rewrite all the forms, fill all the forms. If you want passport, you have to fill everything. If you want everything you want, they will give you paper.
Too many IDs.
As you catch them, or they give you paper. Say make you fill up.
Yeah.
What's going on? And we say we are doing digital. We have not reached there. We have not gotten to that point.
Yeah.
We have not. We have to be intentional about it.
Yes.
That this is what we want to do. This is how we want to make our people comfortable. We are not saying everything is bad.
And Mawuena, I think that's why the NITA conversation is important.
Very.
Because this is an agency that has the opportunity to shape Ghana's digital future. Under the Ministry of Comms, under Sam George's supervision. So
together with GIFEC.
Most of the conversations that we are having is not to talk down on these institutions. We feel their mandate is very sensitive, and it's important that they get it right. We don't want to be served a half-cooked meal. We want you to get it right, because if you don't, then you jeopardize the future for the coming generations. Yeah, that's in our new Mawuena.
Yeah, I think all of the conversation we've been having.
You know that even when your passport expires in this country, and you want to go and renew it, when you get there, they will give you another form.
Yes, you feel a completely different form. Don't you have my details
and everything there in your system?
All you pretty much have to do is just renew
the thing. Confirm with my biometrics that it is me.
But you picture the mind blowing one, the Momo scam issue.
Yeah.
We registered SIM cards, we did all of those things, and da-da-da. Fast forward, I mean, someone becomes a victim of a wrong transaction or a victim of a scam, and they can't even recover their money. We can't even trace who did it.
Well, you call the customer service and they'll tell you the money has been moved from the account. That ends the story.
So it's an inside job.
Pretty much.
And that is what I'm saying.
And the most concerning one, I always say, Ghana Today. That news platform on Facebook that churns out misinformation.
2 platforms actually.
There are 2.
It's
Ghana
been
today, there are
so
two-
many
two of
years.
them.
Fast forward, and is our cybersecurity authority telling us they can't find them? Is security agencies telling us they can't find them? But it's so easy to find Abronya, and it's so easy to find the rest. So is it that they can find them because they know them, or
there's a
I don't get it.
Look, here's what it is. There's a condoning of that platform. I will not put it any
That
other
two
way.
actually.
Yes.
One belongs to NDC, one belongs
Exactly.
to NPP.
There's a condoning
But
because
NDC and PP don't own Ghana. Ghana is for Ghanaians.
you understand.
Exactly the point I've been making all this.
Yes. So I mean, do we have to say because it's good for that, it should be?
But Kay, you
we
see,
need to shift from that mindset.
If you sit in a Trotsky, for example, Trotro, and the driver is driving recklessly, misbehaving on the road,
yes,
you find that everybody is quiet. In their minds, some people want to speak, some people want to be just quiet about it. You open up your mind and speak up. Everybody will tell you that yes, you pentemo. But you are seeing that the man is going to kill all of you.
Yes.
And then everybody is supporting the man to go and kill everybody. I don't want to die, for Christ's sake. I want to live and take care of my children and my family. So I will speak up. But when you speak up, the people in the vehicle will shut you down.
Yes.
It's like we seeing that, maybe I will Mawuena or with you. Then I see that you are doing something that is not right. Right? You are offending a certain law or something. Then I'll tell you that Adiaouye is a chihuahua. I am there with you. Who will come and cheer you? Who would even know that you did that? Yeah.
The conversation should be
This nonsense must stop.
Yes.
You are pouring, somebody is raining, somebody is pouring refuse into the drain.
And
and then you tell the person that
you've actually sunk into the next aspect as to the floods, and it was what I was going to get us into, but I'll have us get into that after this break, because we have a quick break that we have to be getting into. And Frederick, when we return, we'll get into the flood situation, because there's a very interesting, someone shared a very interesting story on Twitter, now known as X as well, encapsulating what is stubbornness and outright lawlessness in some of the flooding situation that we witness in this country. But we'll get into that after this break here on the 3FM Sunrise.
In an era where the business environment is constantly changing, the need for accounting and finance professionals who can guide
7 here on the 3FM Sunrise, and we've set ourselves pretty nicely into the flood conversation. There are rains expected in different parts of the country. There have been rains today as well, yesterday as well, and there will be rains a lot later in the middle and transition sectors as well. And this is what Accra, just Accra, because I know in Kumasi it floods as well, and in other places. Frederick, this is what Accra looked like from different areas. This is the Awoshi Banyard stretch, right? Yes, Awoshi Banyard area going to Malam Junction. And is this yesterday? This is yesterday, right? This is yesterday. So keep the video, and I want to read this message by one Akwesi Stoic who shared on Twitter. It says, Accra's floods. There was a whole river running behind our house at Ofanko. This Dansuma and Snit Flat, and this was 2 days ago. This was 2 days ago. I saw this video, yes, 2 days ago. It says there was a whole river running behind our house at Ofanko when we moved there. People filled it up to build, and when my father complained, they insulted the hell out of him. That's stage 1 of the problem. We are lawless. That's what the person says. So my old man is a bit controversial. He went all the way to the assembly to report. I believe he has OCD too. So for a week, he went to the assembly every day because he never met the person in charge. He puts that in quote. And he says, that's stage 2 of the problem, the assembly. So they blocked the river and built. However, they did not consider flooding in whatever design. My granddad was a civil engineer who supervised where we live. Looking at the topology, he lifted the foundation almost to chest level and made outlets in the outside walls. That is stage 3 of the problem. We believe all the extra things architects and engineers do are unnecessary. Why are you blocking a river to build and you don't take flooding into consideration, he asks. This is why Ofanko barrier is always flooded after any kind of rain. Imagine hearing loud banging on our gate when it was raining one time. Why? The people who insulted my old man when he complained wanted to come and stand on our porch for safety because of how high it is. Their place was flooded. It's a story he shares in the situation. Well, there are no rivers in Accra, but I mean, in terms of drainages or waterways, that was a sort of description.
There's the river Densu.
Yeah, but this is Ofanko, so yes. He wasn't speaking in direct relation to it, and so this is where we are at. And for those of you who are following on Facebook, Stanley captured a situation of how the place was like and suddenly what it looked like subsequently. And the young women started to make their way out of the place completely when the rain started. And yeah, so Frederick, keep the video stable for me. Let's go to the beginning, right? This is how the place looks like here. Before it started. Frederick, go back a bit for me. This is how the place looked like. No, not before the man is clearing the gutter and all of that.
And you can see the filth.
So this is what the place looks like. And then it started raining. So it can proceed. It started raining, and then the drain started getting full. And then now this is how the place looks like. You see, and then the entire place was overtaken by the flood waters to the extent it reaches Lenten level. And you see people dumping refuse. You see people doing all manner of things.
Mawuena, we need to pay attention to the names of our towns and suburbs. The place is called Ofanko, and you're asking why it is flooding. Do you know what they call Fa? Fa is river.
Yeah.
Do you know what they call Eko? It's the deepest part of the river. Ofanko. It will flood. Like the place around Kukumlemle. Fanofa Street. It's not Fanofa. It's Fanofa River, at top of river. It will flood. Yeah. Jowulu is the Great Valley. It will flood. That's why the people who set up the towns lived at Tesano, atop the rock, and they were overlooking Jowulu. Then when people started coming, they started building at Jowulu. So when you listen to the name of the town, it will tell you that this will flood. I agree that there's irresponsibilities that's happening, but there are places that usually, as per the setting up of our towns and villages and cities and whatever it is,
they speak to you.
They decided that those places are supposed to be buffers, right? People are at Ayimensa now. Everybody has gone to build around Ayimensa. All that Ayimensa land, if you ask the engineers who know, they will tell you that that's supposed to be a buffer that receives the water from the mountains. I have said here before, and I'll say it today again, it will get to a time, it will not rain in Accra, but Accra will be flooded. You know why? When you go to the mountains, back in the day when you go to the mountains, it's all cold, it's cozy. Now you get there, you see it's becoming humid and warm. Because we are building everywhere. Even right on the cliff, when you're climbing up to the bridge, somebody has put up a building. And we know that rock, it's breaking, we have even gone to put a net around it, pretending that we are solving the problem. And we are digging everywhere. Who in their common sense will pour sand into rainwater? But watch the water, all the water that comes if it rains from the eastern region, particularly the Brie area. Watch all the water that hits Accra.
Yeah.
It's sandy. And the silt gets into the drains, and we don't even have the courtesy and the mindset to drain, to desilt the gutters. Now, the Ayimensa areas are supposed to be places where initially there are green lands, grass, and blah, blah, blah. So the water from the mountain hits, and then it slows the flow and then traps the sand so that the water can flow, because every rain gets into the ocean. What we have done to ourselves is that we will find a place, we will not plan, we will build, we will live in, and then we'll start thinking of planning. Look at where somebody has built his house. You see such a huge drain. You think the engineers that put the drain there do not know A from B? They know. You see a huge drain, then you build your house
directly. It's not even up to 10 meters.
So what are you doing? What are you trying to achieve? What are you hoping to get?
Yeah.
And for the persons who go and rent too, I think I saw a video of a young lady who had gone to rent, had paid, is it a year or two in terms of advance, and says she had asked all the questions. Does this place flood? Let me know so that I know how they said, oh, it's clean, it's cool. Only for it to rain and her entire apartment was taken over by flood water.
DJ Phil, we went to Tetegu to do Obi, right? You remember that? Tetegu.
Yes.
The houses in Tetegu. Mawuena, when you see the houses, you'll be shocked. Like, these are like bougie.
Yeah, beautiful houses.
Beautiful houses.
Yeah.
When it rains, like the rains have started now, when you go to Tetegu, oh man. It's like big. When the landlords were weeping to us.
Tetegu, White Cross.
They were weeping to us. They said
Sampa Valley.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's another one. Sampa what?
Valley.
Okay.
It's a valley. Yeah.
I would never live in a valley.
I mean, the Chinese are building all over the place along that stretch. They are building high. It's good. I mean, nobody is saying that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But is it in compliance So I'm usually asking myself, what are MCs doing?
So who actually even gave the permit for that? Because, you know,
they are filling big drains. In White Cross, for instance, you'd realize there was a big drain that the water actually flows into. And the community was structured in such a way that all the community's waste flows into that drain. And suddenly, the land was sold, though. The drain was sold.
It says the land was sold.
And failed. And now there's a big structure on there. So now the water has no way. So when it rains, it goes into people's houses. And I'm asking myself, so whilst you do business comfortably, do you care about the local economy you operate in?
Right.
Because if you care about the local economy you operate in, they are your first ambassadors. They are your first marketing officers. You know, so you think about some of these things and you are wondering, so who gave the permit?
Okay,
who was compromised?
We've even gone too far to White Cross. Let's go to Dansoma. Let's get to the Guelph filling station around the first roundabout. Let's hit the down that's going to Calradorf Park, right? Let's drive down. You know the river, it's not Songon, the Pambros.
Pambros, yes.
Pambros, Jatako, Opetekwe.
Yeah.
You know they put the sawdust and they filled everywhere.
Yes.
So when it rains now, you can feel the ground shaking. You can, like, when you step on it, it's like foam. And there's an MCE at Ablekoma West. There's an MCE at Wejagbawe where you're talking about.
It's worse because, you know, the sad thing is after they create the mess, they want to solve it by filling the road. And so you see that they end up burying people's houses. Because imagine if you built in the 90s or in the 80s, you know, and at the time, you were considering, you live in a valley, so you want to build, say, maybe 4 feet higher off the ground. Now you are 4 feet below the ground
because of
the road has been filled so much just to accommodate
somebody's
nuisance. I mean,
to accommodate somebody's nonsense. I know somebody
and there's no standardization. So people just do whatever it is.
So
they like.
I take engineers for granted in this country.
Even facility managers.
Yes.
Look, I know somebody who built his home. He talks about in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. Worked as a civil servant to build his home. He has a nice wall. It's like a standard home. Then they sell the house next to to some Chinese or whatever it is, Lebanese, whatever it is. He breaks it down, comes to build a tower, whatever it is, and then raises the walls. So now the man cannot even have fresh air in his own house.
Yes.
So every time when you go there, he's seated outside. Because he has complained and complained and complained.
Imagine how cool a valley should feel.
He goes there, he complains. He has actually written a petition that he shared with me. When he lives there, they call the man, he goes there, then he will give the assembly money, and then they will come back. Then he will go there again. So it's like cat and mouse play. How?
The assembly.
And that's why I think the issue of Langadism should be dealt with drastically like the issue of Galamsey. Because they are the same characters.
We decided that we're going to outlaw Langadism.
Oh, it still exists.
Act 959.
Yes. And the Vigilantism Act.
And then we put it together. And we even put in appendix all the names.
Yeah.
In fact, the president asked that at the time, Nanado, as president of the Republic, asked that NDC and NPP should come together and disband all their lanyards.
Yeah.
They failed to do that. So he, as president, sponsored a bill, took it to parliament and got it done.
Yes.
We have that law. We don't lack laws in this country. What we lack is discipline and a little common sense.
Implementation.
I think that President Mama should have a minister for common sense. He should appoint a minister for common sense. I'm telling you. Because most of the things that happen here is just common sense. That's
because a military personnel, a military officer was killed in Nyenyano over this Langadism issue some years ago, and fast forward, I mean, nothing has even been done.
Major Maxwell Mahama, have we found his killers?
But you see, in Major Mohammed's case,
in fact, it was Captain Muhammad, and that's another.
Yes.
That's another. Sorry, that's another. You make your point. That's another nonsense that we do. We look on, people get maimed, hurt, or killed, and then when we finish, we give them posthumous ranks to do what with it? How do you solve the pain of the wife, the dependents, the children? Because he's the breadwinner. He's not a responsible person. If I die today and you say I'm general manager of news or of 3FM, what have you done? I have already died. What am I going to use it for? Whatever benefits there are, what am I going to use it for?
Yeah.
So and we watch on people that look. Chief Inspector Shilevi, you remember the jailbreak? The jailbreak that some people escaped.
Yes.
The man was shot right behind the counter. We're told that, fix CCTV cameras everywhere in every police station. I went to Kaneshi police station 2 days ago because somebody who was supposed to be providing security actually was the thief that resided in the same place with us.
I mean, we're in a country where you...
And I went there and I couldn't see the CCTV camera. You see police in town. You can't see body cams as we were promised.
Yes.
Meanwhile, when you travel out there, even security, private security, like the people who walk around here, they have it. They will have their blue badge in a certain pouch here.
Yes.
Just for you to know that they are legitimate. So, ours is a problem of common sense.
But don't you like the way the FDA guys were looking?
Please.
See, don't you like the way they were fully geared up?
They can be geared up.
They were geared up solid.
But I don't want to buy granite paste.
I don't know if something was going to fall from, because their helmets were like battlefield helmets.
Kekujo. They can be geared up. But I don't want reactionary response from the FDA. I don't want to buy granite paste with kokonte in it. I don't want to buy palm oil with Sudan dye. I don't want to buy powdered pepper with impurities in it. I don't want to eat my food with carcinogens, because today, up until today, people are still using newspapers to do number 2 in the washroom, and it's actually being sold to them. Do we know the impact of that? Carcinogens.
Yes.
Today, people are buying Kofi Brookman, hot as it is, in newspapers. Do we know what it does? Yeah. So I don't need them to be geared up like that. I just want them to be efficient. That's all.
Yes.
This initial gra and scaring people, it will not go anywhere.
Their work is hard because the things they have to regulate in this country are a lot.
Okay.
So, in fact, FDA, good morning. We wish you well in your endeavors.
On the mention of FDA, just finish that point so that I'll get quick thoughts, and then we speak to this young gentleman.
I'm saying that there are people who have done sociology in this country, right? There are people who have done biomedical science in this country. There are people who have done social sciences, let me put it that way. Biomedical science is not social science. There are people who have done all those things, who are walking around jobless. Why doesn't FDA, for example, decide that, let's put you on a contract or a commission basis? Go to the markets.
Yes.
They will teach you how to find the fake products, right? Report it to us.
There's an app that helps you capture everything in real time.
Capture it, report it, come to us. We will find them and give you a percentage of that fine.
Johnnie, this is free consulting. No, you are giving them free consulting.
Because I'm saying that
we want to see
I want to see the common sense working.
Yes.
I'm not seeing it. How is it that you sell something to me in a supermarket that has Chinese or Mandarin or some? I can't read what I'm eating. So if I'm allergic to anything,
standards,
nothing. How did they get into the country?
Yeah. Do we have to always wait to solve the problem after the mess?
So don't wear helmet and go to the market and do initial gra.
And then it all goes.
Fix the problem.
Styrofoam.
Ghana start Udo. I'm coming. John Mahama made comments about styrofoams.
Yeah, that's what I want to, because it's supposed to go out of.
He himself said that we were going to ban it.
That's what I was coming to. The EP has issued a statement that from January 1, it's all going away.
Nana Addo Dankwa told us we're going to ban plastics under 2 microns. You remember that?
Yeah.
Have we banned it? Look into any major
all
drain in this country and look into it. What you find is bola.
Yes.
And it is plastic. We collect taxes from pure water companies in this country. We say they're going to force them to use
biodegradable material.
Do they use it? Does it degrade? It's supposed to degrade in a certain number of days. Buy pure water if you doubt me. Drink it. Keep it in the plastic and keep it there and see if it will degrade.
No, it will not. I think we all know.
So the president this morning, my third call is that he should give us a minister of common sense. Just for shaggy reasons. Because at the end of the day, we have still not seen the buses that we ordered.
Oh, they launched it last.
Yes,
was it last
the
week?
vice president.
The vice president was there, but we have not seen.
You don't need launches. You need to see the buses on the road.
Yes.
Like this, my brother who is coming here now. He should be comfortable to tap and sit in a bus and be comfortable in an air condition, be able to charge his phone, and come here to come and do his advocacy. Why should we all have cars? When we travel, do we all use cars? Because when you go to central London, for example, you pay more.
Yeah. So.
You get to New York, you pay more. You get to California, you pay more. So you park the bus, you join the train, you park your car, you join the bus, you join the train, and you feel free. And how much is it? The president spoke how many months ago? What has happened? That's why I said, President John Mahama, good morning to you. Appoint a minister of common sense. I finished.
Okay, styrofoams and its related matters.
I think it just goes back to talk, no action. Sometimes we should just move past. Not even sometimes. Moving forward, we should move past just talking to doing. We should be able to deliver on our commitments. Looks like when it comes to execution of some of these beautiful ideas and interventions, some way, somehow, somebody sleeps on their job. And some way, somehow, it does not happen. Else, why will the president give a directive and fast forward? We are still here having the same conversation. What do we take the president for? And what does the president himself take his commitment or his promise for? So it should go beyond just talk. I remember Mahama mentioning, if you are caught up in the misinformation and disinformation web,
they are going to find you.
Yes, they are going to deal with you as I think
his was
should.
On hate speech even.
Yes, hate speech and as they should. They will use your IP to find you. Please, use the IP to find Ghana today. Use the IP to find Ghana today.
It's very important.
And bring them to order so that we can sanitize our digital space, free from this misinformation. Because my 80-year-old aunt who just got a smartphone and is on TikTok every day can't tell the difference between what is AI and what is not. Imagine her sending me a video AI generated, and so we need to make sure that we deliver on what we do, and we deliver on what we say, and make Ghana a better place.
Right. Kingsley Boama is a young individual who has been in and around our studio for some days. It's an activism he's been on. Today I decided to have him invited into the studio so we can hear him, because every morning when I'm coming in I tend to see him, and I've always wondered, because I come in a hurry of some sort, I'm in a hurry to enter and then come and start the show. And Kingsley, you're welcome. Good morning to you. I trust that all is well.
Yes, please. Good morning.
I see you with a banner every morning.
Yes.
in front of what is the concern? What are you seeking to have attention drawn to for you personally?
Okay, so I'm into architectural drawing, same as drafting. So I'm actually trying to seek the help of these top personalities that have actually lined up their names on the banner to actually help me get contracts for myself.
As in a job?
Yes.
Which year did you get out of school? Perhaps let's start from there.
Well, for me, I did draftsmanship. So
you are the person and good morning to Napo Ali Fusheni. He was a draftsman at some point before he decided to wear the cap of a journalist.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah.
So walk us through your journey and everything to better appreciate and understand you.
Okay, so after senior high school, there was no fun to actually continue with my education, and I was very interested in doing drawing and all of those things. So I kind of find a way out to actually learn draftsmanship as well. So that with time, when I'm able to start working and all of that, I can actually further up with my education as well. But working with the draftsmanship as well, it's not been easy. I've worked under several companies, like people who sells land and those in properties, like all of those things. And it wasn't really forthcoming like how it was supposed to. They tend to just use you at the end of the day, and you wouldn't get.
So you were working and you were not being paid?
Yeah, sometimes they could ask for my services and I would provide them. At the end of the day, I wouldn't even get paid.
As a draftsman,
yes, please.
What is it that you do? Because you mentioned that you work with persons who are engaged in real estate and all of that. What does a draftsman do?
Okay.
And such that someone listening will say, okay, they are in need of a service of a draftsman, for instance.
We do architectural drawing, full working drawing for people who normally want their plans to be done for them to be taken to the assembly to be approved. So that is what we do. We do full working drawing for anyone at all who comes around and he or she wants their plan to be documented and all of those things. We do that, and it's being signed by architects, and they send it to the assembly for permit. So that's what we normally do.
So what you do, architects don't do draftsmanship, or they also do it?
They also do it. They also do working drawing as well. But the only difference is they have been to the tertiary and all of that.
So there's an advanced level.
Yes. So for you, yeah, okay, you had wanted to.
I was. I'm saying that. From what he's saying, it means the architects are, say, an advanced level.
They are the ones that normally have the certificates and have the way to be signed for us.
Yes.
So they have to sign off the work you do. If they don't sign it off,
meaning it's not approved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, what do you need help with? Is it to return to school?
Yes. For now, if I can get the help of these top personalities to actually talk to people, I know with them, if they're able to just make a call, like, oh, this person needs this contract, why don't you give him this contract to do as well, and all of those things. I know when they're able to do that, I can actually use that to further up with my education as well. Maybe so getting jobs to do, then I can also further up with my education. So that's what I have.
How long have you been without any job? Because I've seen you around for some weeks. Yes. How long has it been personally?
Well, it's been long. I've actually been contemplating on what actually to do to help myself, and I just came up with this plan to actually go on the streets. I've been going on the streets as well.
So this is not the only place. So you're on the streets asking people to.
So on the streets, when there's traffic, where there are traffic lights. So when there's traffic, then I will just open the banner and be walking all on the streets within the traffic. So it's not just here alone. So I'm just trying to seek the help of these top.
So what's your end goal? Is it that you want to further your education and get a job that supports your supports you whilst you are furthering your education, or you want contracts? Because from what you're saying, if your work has to be signed off by an architect, then what kind of contract do you need to make?
Okay, so we undergo the working drawing and construction as well. We take care of construction. We actually you see when you
play the role of a foreman. Are you sure that's what you wanted to say? You play the role of a foreman.
Yeah, supervisory.
Yeah.
So we normally supervise on site as well.
Okay. Is there a certain level of certification within the space for you as draftsmen, as we try and wrap up this conversation, so that, because you mentioned foreman and all of that, is there certain certifications which you can receive before you even aspire to the level of an architect?
Okay, so wherever you are being trained at the end of the day or at the end of the year, wherever you have been trained at, you will be given a certificate to testify that this is what you have undergone throughout some years, and you can actually be able to handle all of these things.
Mawuena, as I think mention the names on the thing. Let's send the message to them.
So
quickly.
I think maybe you should mention the names.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because I think top on go. So mention the names quick, and
okay, so the names I have on here are Bernard Avler.
Okay.
I'm trying to reach out to them. Nanama McBrown.
Right.
Wodemaya,
okay.
And Bolare, and Nana Donko.
Okay.
Yeah,
these are the four.
Yeah, these are the four.
Do you have any special reason why you're looking for them?
Well, I'm just trying to.
You didn't mention my brother, Captain Smart.
Everyone. The fact that I've not mentioned the.
This one is 2 minutes job for us to do.
Yeah, okay.
But I didn't see our names inside, so
please,
now
I can't really.
I'm suspecting you.
I didn't see Captain Smart. I didn't see Johnnie. I didn't see
Bella Mundi.
I didn't see Bella Mundi.
We didn't see Mawuena. We didn't see Kekujo.
I understand.
We didn't see Giovanni.
You mention all the names. I don't think I can have.
I didn't see Giovanni.
This little banner, please.
This one, it'd be a small problem with.
You see the date rush people. They will build houses.
I know.
So what's the phone number to call? The magic number. Give your magic. The Momo number, not the one that you used to call the
phone number is 024 843 6457.
Take your time and say it.
Okay. 024 843 6457.
And what's the name on the account?
The name is Ken Boame.
Okay. So you are looking for a job as a draftsman, or you want to go and do the FDA thing I talked about, or what are you looking for exactly?
So I'm actually seeking for contracts.
Okay, you want contracts?
Yes.
So you can do draftsmanship.
Yeah, because I've been under people for a long time and it wasn't really.
But you have to study to show yourself approved. Or it's in the Bible.
Of course.
Yeah. So.
You believe you studied enough?
Yes, please.
You've studied enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Charlie, it'd be like the man. You see the frustration I was talking about. You see what I was talking about the people having degrees and sitting at home and not finding jobs.
Person skilled.
Do you know what a draftsman does? My father was a draftsman before he became an engineer, right? Draftsman. You were just talking about Napo.
Yeah, Napo.
Being a draftsman as well. Do you know what they do? These are the first ones who, after surveyor finishes whatever, these ones come before the block and mortar people come. So this one is very like instrumental in the game. Surveyors will go and pick the points for you and leave the matter for you.
Yes.
It's this one who will actually do the thing, the real architectural job for you. How should such a skilled person be sitting here and not have a job? How?
When they are building springing up every
when
now
they are and sometimes the buildings springing up are for Maka people who are doing this thing. So K for Maka. You cut me, I go knock him. You cut, I go knock him. So they go finish the thing. You see the lintel, do some way like that. Then the building small time, then it collapse. Like we're just discussing, somebody has gone to build less than 10 meters away from a big drain. he will not situate a building there. Would you?
No.
He would never do that. He won't. No.
So some of the problems
they'll promise and then they'll get there. And
okay, I'm telling you that those buildings you find, they are Fomaka buildings. I'm telling you, my father was in the construction business. He's built. I can drive you through town and show you the buildings my father has done. Most of them are Fomaka. Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's where we are now. Chairman, one last time, mention the phone number.
So my
the names
number,
you have put there,
some way, but
but bear with me.
We are bearing with you.
Okay. Yeah. So the number is 024 843 6457. 024 843 6457.
Right, Mr. Boama, thank you very much, and we wish you the very best in this continued advocacy.
Thank you, thank you.
Hopefully, this
I'll
will
see him
result.
outside
Yes,
when maybe we'll
have a conversation with you outside. Yeah.
Billy Shen is here, and he can.
Are you a sports enthusiast, by the way? Which team do you support?
No, not that.
You don't like?
Not that much.
All right.
Bill is here. He's recently crowned.
They can't do two
but we are not talking about that. We are talking about Black Stars. A lot of people were asking for Afena Jan to be included.
Give the man a chance.
So he has spoken about it. We are not interested in hearing him and Arsenal again.
You are jealous.
A lot of facts were seeking to.
He's jealous.
You saw the video.
Yes, I saw you. You were so excited. You were swimming on the carpet.
Thank you very much.
And I'm like, see these people.
That is what Mawuena doesn't want to hear and see.
Yeah.
I even saw some church organizing.
You see, if I say Mr. Makafu come and be.
Don't worry. Saturday there will be an even bigger party. Even bigger party on Saturday. Why you talk about Black Stars?
Black Stars. Afena Jan, a lot of people had hoped he would be a part of the squad, but this 28 months list, he's not a part of it. It doesn't look like he can make it.
To be fair, the guys who are the forwards, they've all played some World Cup qualifying games. They've all featured.
He didn't. He played the World Cup qualifying games the last time. He didn't go. So
unfortunately, all of these guys are more battle tested than him. Afena Jan only got opportunities in friendlies, from what I remember. But when it comes to real qualifiers, Fatai Sahaku, Kamaldeen, Bonsuba, and Esniama, the rest, they've all actually played parts.
I see a return of Barbara Man.
That shocked me. Yeah. That, to be honest, shocked me. Because I think the reasoning for his leaving was... it was more of the fans coming at him a lot of times. They were booing him. I remember there was a game that even our fans were booing him and all of that. And he hasn't been present for about 3 years.
Yeah.
So no qualifiers, even the AFCON qualifiers he didn't play. All of that he didn't play. But he's been named in this one. That one I think will cause a lot of talk, because there's Derek Kuhn, who also plays as left back. He switched to Ghana last year, and he's been playing in friendlies, and he's been playing.
And he's not in this.
And he's not in this one. So that one specifically it will bring a lot of talk. And then also 5 goalkeepers. I would reckon in the end 2 goalkeepers will be dropped. 2, leaving 26, because this is 28, right? With 5 goalkeepers, I believe that.
Then it means the squad is set. We are just going to drop 2 goalkeepers.
DJ Phil has
it looks set, but then again, this is squad for Wales.
No, I actually didn't. So this is a call-up list for Wales.
Yes, for Wales.
Does this have any bearing as to, because teams are releasing their squad list for the World Cup?
So what I think is 90 to maybe 95% of these guys will be part of the final squad. I feel that if there's going to be any radical change, there will be like some 1 or 2 outfield players who might be switched out, and then players will be switched in. But what I believe for sure is that 2 goalkeepers will be out of this thing. 2 goalkeepers will be out.
That is assuming
without admitting
that this will be our World Cup squad.
Yeah, if they are going to maintain this squad, then 2 goalkeepers will be dropped because we need 26, and this makes up 28. And we can't take. I don't think taking more than 3 goalkeepers makes sense. When you'd have
thank you for the make sense. That was what I was
where you'd have
Minister for Common Sense.
Where you'd have alpha players you can rely on more. So I would believe that 2 goalkeepers. Yes.
Someone says I should mention Glorious Atizigi.
Yes.
X.
He should go out.
He should go out.
Joseph
X.
Annan.
Hey.
Paul
Riverson. X.
Hey.
Yeah. No. Solomon Agbasi, I doubt will make it to the World Cup because he's his first call-up.
He was part of the friendly, just the Mexico friendly. The Ghana Mexico friendly he played.
Our coach that we brought didn't want to coach.
So he played that.
My friend, there will be an Accra House of goalkeeper this thing.
Benjamin Asari is there already.
I would believe that Atizigi, Asari, those 2 should be going.
And then maybe to an extent, Riverson gets because
so the rest will be
trying to catch him early because he's a very young goalkeeper actually.
Yeah, he is.
He
is, and he has a lot of potential.
Yeah. So we'll try and snap him up early. Well, let's get into all of those details and more right now with Bill Shen with 3 Sports.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Sports here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Bill Ishen. To our first story, Carlos Queiroz has announced his 28-man squad for the friendly game against Wales. Now, that squad features 5 goalkeepers in Benjamin Asare, Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Annan, Solomon Agbasi, and Paul Riverson. In defense, we have Baba Abdul Rahman, who hasn't featured for the Black Stars in the last 3 years. There's Gideon Mensah, there's Marvin Sinea, who recently switched nationalities. There's Ali Duseidu, Abdul Momen, Jerome Opoku, Jonas Ajete, Kojo Pompepra, and Alexander Jiku. In midfield, we have Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Kosisibo, Augustin Boache, Caleb Urenchi, Abdul Fattah Isahaku, Kamal Dean Sulemana. And then with the forwards, we have Christopher Bonsuba, Ernest Nyama, Antoine Semenyo, Brandon Thomas Asante, Prince Kwabena Edu, Iñaki Williams, and Captain Jordan Ayew. So that is the squad, the Black Star squad for the friendly against Wales. Meanwhile, former Ghana captain Asamoah Gyan has called on Ghanaians to rally behind new Black Stars coach Carlos Queiroz as the national team prepares for the World Cup. With expectations rising ahead of the tournament, Gyan believes unity, patience, and tactical discipline will be crucial if Ghana is to make a meaningful impact in the competition.
Now, things seems to not be going in our way. And as an experienced person, when you are home and you feel like your security is not good,
3FM
you have to take your security
92.7
first to make sure people don't enter first before you can think about the other things. So I think we should be more defensively sound in our game before we think about other things. You know, if we don't fix our defense, opponent can penetrate easily because it looks like now we are conceding in every game.
Yeah.
So if we are able to be more defensive sound, like what the Moroccans did in Qatar, and what we did in 2010, I think it's something that will help. You know, I'm not I'm a technical man outside, but I'm not a coach. You know, but that's my advice. We should be more defensive sound, not to concede before we can think about the other things.
How far do you think Ghana will go in the competition?
We are all hoping everything goes right. It will depend on the playing body. I always say I won't be a hypocrite to be a fan, although I'm a fan now, but I've been in the game. You know, everything depends on the playing body. We have to just prepare well, you know, to go and make sure we deliver to Ghanaians to be happy. But when we are there and we don't prepare well and we say we can say anything, we are going to win the cup, everybody can say it. It's very, very easy to say it. You know, so it depends on how we are going to approach the World Cup. We have the tools, honestly. We have the tools. We have young players coming up. You know, the experience is a bit dicey, you know, but me as a Ghanaian now, as somebody who has been in the game, we will do everything possible. We'll give our support, and I'll urge Ghanaians to give their support to the team. You know,
3FM 92.7.
Time limit his time is very, very limited. You know, but we have to just give the coach the hope and support to qualify.
That was Samuel Jan speaking there on the Black Stars and their chances in the 2026 World Cup. Let's still stay on the Black Stars because FIFA has confirmed that Ghana will be based at the Bryant University in Boston during the group stage of the 2026 World Cup. The announcement forms part of FIFA's official confirmation of all 48 team-based camp training sites that will serve as the headquarters for participating nations during the expanded tournaments in Canada, Mexico, and United States. Bryant University would act as Ghana's training base and operational headquarters throughout the group phase, providing facilities for players, coaches, and support staff as they prepare for matches. Now, away from the Black Stars, let's now turn our attention to the local scene, where fresh of winning the Ghana Premier League title, Midiama head coach Ibrahim Tanko has declared that preparations for the club's CAF Championship League campaign must begin immediately, vowing that the side will perform better on the continent than in previous outings.
No, I think the good thing is they have been there before, and so the experience is there. And like I said, we just finished the season. We have to go and analyze the season and then look at the positions that we think we need going to Africa, and then try to prepare very well and then go and defend Ghana. No, that's what I said. We have to analyze the league. If they leave, definitely we have to get a replacement, and I think we are working on it because, like you said, we know that they are going to trials after the season. So definitely we are preparing life after them.
That was Ibrahim Tanko speaking. Meanwhile, after narrowly escaping relegation, Cerebral Blacks coach Kasim Mengolo Kante has insisted that the side should have been competing for a top 4 finish in the 2025-26 Ghana Premier League season rather than fighting for survival on the final day.
I did not join them earlier when I moved. They played the second round, moved a lot of money before I joined them. You see? So when you move to a team like that, it's not easy. I'm now going to sell my philosophy to the players for them to understand it. But you know, I manage, and they've done well. They adopted to my philosophy, and we started playing. So if you could watch, since then, any team that play with All Blacks, we dictate the pace, everything. But it's unfortunate we squandered a lot of chances in every game. We shouldn't have been to where we are now. We have been competing for the top 4. But it's good that we've survived. We're going to rebuild the team. And next season, God willing, we'll be competing for them. The feeling is great. You know, the task given to me is to help and survive them. And I've done it. We came with a strategy. And unfortunately, we play all the game, getting to the dying minute of the first half. It was a blunder from our defender. They capitalized on it. We shot the ball and deflected into our goal. So when we went to the races in the dressing room, I told them we're going to beat them 2-1. We equalize and beat them. So this is how we have to play. We want a strategy to come on them second half. And it worked to perfection. That's where we got an equalizer. We had another goal. If they were more purposeful, we would have scored more than the team.
That was Kasim Mengolo Kanse speaking there. Let's now do some women's football because the Black Queens midfielder Chantal Boy-Holoka believes the future of women's football in Ghana is very bright after watching the Black Maidens in action during the Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifying campaign. Boy-Holoka was in attendance for the Black Maidens' emphatic 6-0 victory in their first leg of the second-round qualifier against Liberia, a match where 5 second-half goals secured a commanding advantage for Joe Nanadakwe's side ahead of the return fixture. Speaking in an interview with Ratube after the game, the Nottingham Forest midfielder expressed excitement about the talent on display.
Massively, I feel like there's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of quality players out there. I've seen the girls today, the passion, the goals scored, the dominance in the performance. It was a joy to watch, and I'm excited for their future.
That was Chantal Boy-Holoka speaking. Now, away from the local scene, let's now head to Europe, where Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes has given his full enthusiastic backing to Michael Carrick's permanent appointment as the club's head coach. Now, following Carrick's successful interim spell, where he revived a struggling side after replacing Ruben Amorim in January and secured a third-place Premier League finish, the club handed him a permanent 2-year contract. Now, Fernandes has spoken extensively about the positive impact of this decision on the squad.
Obviously, it's a very important step for our club. We need stability in terms of managing, and I think Michael, since he came to the club, I've knew how to work with him before already. But you know how calm he is, the calmness he gives to the team, but also in the moments he needs to put some pressure on us, he does it too. He knows the club, he knows what it means and what it demands to be at this club. So we're very excited for what's coming, as every season we are. But obviously, as you said, we finished very strong, and that's a very good sign for what's coming.
Now, still in England, Arsenal midfielder Declan Rice has revealed that it's the team's ambition to win the double following Arsenal's Premier League title triumph. Now, he confirmed that the team's absolute focus has shifted to defeating Paris Saint-Germain in the UEFA Champions League final on May 30th, 2026. Rice made these comments during the post-match celebrations at Selhurst Park, where Arsenal wrapped up their Premier League campaign with a 2-1 victory over Crystal Palace.
That'd be nice. I think that's the message from the manager already, is that we just need to have now enjoy today, but tomorrow it's full focus on PSG, because we've got a massive opportunity there, and we want that, we want the double, we want to push for that. So and then of course England. So there's a lot coming up, but I'm sure it'll all be worth it.
Now, in the NBA, the New York Knicks swept the Cleveland Cavaliers 4-0 in the 2026 Eastern Conference Finals, securing their first trip to the NBA Finals since 1999. The Knicks finished off the sweep with a dominant 130-93 blowout victory in Game 4 at the Rocket Arena. Jalen Brunson was named the series' most valuable player, averaging 25.5 points per game and receiving the Larry Bird Trophy. Before we go, let's do some tennis, where world number 1 Yannick Sinner will face French wildcard Clement Tabeur in the first round of the 2026 French Open later today. The match marks the beginning of Sinner's quest to complete his career Grand Slam, having already secured titles at the Australian Open, Wimbledon and the US Open. Roland Garros remains the final major trophy missing from his cabinet. And that's it for the sports segment here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Bill Ishen. We'll be giving you more updates with regards to the Black Stars as they build up to their friendly game against Wales and also to their final squad for the 2026 World Cup. But until then, have a great morning.
Football fever is here, and Electroland Ghana Limited is bringing the excitement of the stadium right into your home with unbeatable soccer promotion. Experience every goal and celebration in clarity, just like you're live at the stadium with discounts on Samsung, TCL, and NASCO Smart TVs. Make every match day perfect for your football watch parties with powerful air conditioners and air coolers, top and bottom mount chest and display fridges, gas cooker, washing machines, microwaves, small kitchen appliances, and more. This is the biggest football promo of the year. Rush to our showrooms and authorized dealer shops or call 050-315-9739. Electroland, bringing the stadium home.
When malaria strikes your home, it strikes everything. No more endless worry because of malaria. Fight malaria back with Vegetem. Vegetem is effective, safe, and fast-acting against malaria. Vegetem tablets stays effective right to the very last tablets. Vegetem is also available in suspension for children. Vegetem, tough on malaria, easy on you.
Enjoy homemade taste of shito always with Didi Shito. Made with carefully selected ingredients, no preservatives, no colorants.
Preservative just helps us spice. That's how we taste. Spicy we eat.
Didi Shito, if you do need. This advert is FDA approved.
3FM Sunrise.
Sunrise on 3FM.
3FM Sunrise.
I was walking down the street, concentrating on trucking right. I heard a dark voice beside of me, and I looked round in a state of fright. I saw four faces, one man, a brother from the gutter. They looked me
Sunrise. If you're coming to Prom Prom, then you belong to the first HR hotel. There are things that they do for you that nobody would do for you anywhere in the world. They focus on three things: peace, people, and your serenity, quality that they provide with their services for you, just for you to escape escape from the din of this world. It's a serene escape with legendary service and world-class comfort. And not just a hotel, they are also your home for tranquility. Please call them on 050-335-9598. That's 050-335-9598 or 0303-989737. You can also, and I recommend this fully to you, book the First HR Heights, because they don't just provide the room, they provide the resets, the guest down, thus they feel an immediate sense of peace and tranquility when they get in there. The moment they walk in, everything vanishes. A rare kind of assurance that lets their tensions just melt away. If you're looking for a sanctuary where the staff genuinely respects your peace and treats you like family, they're not your only first choice, but they are your only choice. They're also located in town, just about 25 minutes drive to the Accra Business Center and back. Please call them also on 025 60 60 665. That's 025 60 60 665 or 025 60 70 666. 025 60 70 666. And there you have it. You escape away from wherever the noise is, just to grant you peace, tranquility, and all the joy in between. And if you're a parent, first year SHS boarding students live in your house. EduPack, the Ghana Education Service, approved and supported by the National SHS Initiative implemented by the Prospective Ghana organization, is now in progress across the country, not called Ghana. Parents across the country are already registering, so why are you waiting? Children's trunk, their Macintosh mattresses, their pillows and plastic chop box will be ready and waiting for them at their schools before reporting day. Can you imagine that? So don't delay, don't be caught up in that usual last-minute market rush carrying heavy items under pressure. With your EduPack, your child does not need to travel to school with these 4 essential items. So that's why I want you to dial star 713 star 821 hash. Or get on to any ADB bank of your choice or www.edupackgh.com. Your registration follows you to any SHS of your choice, because at the end of the day, once you get to the school, everything will be there waiting for you. This is supported by the Ghana Education Service. Now, I want you to keep these numbers if your child is going to SHS for first year, just finished writing BC. That's 0500 600 607, 0500 600 607, or 0302 955 050. That's 0302 955 050. EduPack, no stress, no wahala, just for you to be comfortable and to feel benze. Did you know that the Money Summit is coming up? Well, I'm telling you about it. The Business and Financial Times, BFT popularly known, in partnership with EcoBank Ghana, proudly presents the 6th edition of the Money Summit 2026, Ghana's premier financial leadership and policy dialogue platform. It will bring together regulators, financial institutions, investors, developers, and development partners and policymakers and private sector leaders. What will they be discussing? Let me tell you in a bit. I'll be discussing practical solutions for strengthening Ghana's financial ecosystem and also the economic future. That this year's summit is under the theme Building Trust, Capital and Stability for Ghana's Economic Future. The summit is scheduled as follows. It will happen on Tuesday, the 2nd of June, 2026. It will happen at Palms by Eagle, Accra, formerly Holiday Inn. It will be at 9 a.m. prompt. The Money Summit will also feature high-level discussions on financial discussions and stability and systemic resilience. Will mobilize long-term capital conversations also for growth and enterprise, commodity-backed financing and economic transformation, deepening financial inclusion through rural banking, digital innovation, and trust in financial systems. There'll also be conversation about small and medium enterprises financing and investment opportunities for you and yours. The summit will also convene senior representatives from the Bank of Ghana, Securities and Exchange Commission of Ghana, Ghana Stock Exchange, ARP, Apex Bank, ARB, Apex Bank, commercial banks, pension and insurance institutions, fintech companies, development finance institutions, academia, investors, and leading private sector organizations. You should be there. The 6th edition of the Money Summit 2026 is organized by Business and Financial Times, as I mentioned earlier, supported by Fidelity Bank Ghana and partners committed to advancing Ghana's financial and economic transformation agenda. India partners include Asasi Radio, City FM, Happy FM, 3FM, and most definitely TV3. For sponsorship, exhibition, partnership, and opportunities for delegates to join in, please register kindly. Contact 020-945-7427. That's 020-945-7427. Or follow at BFT Ghana across all social media platforms for updates and event information. Please, attendance is strictly by invitation, so you have to make that call. If you are interested and you are an institution, you are a partner, or you want to join, please contact the organizers for registration and participation details. We'll take a quick break. When we return from the break, there's more here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. You have to stay in tune and tell somebody about this, and let's enjoy. DJ Phil is on fire this morning, playing all the big tunes, and the one you just heard is by G-Man, High Life in G Major by DJ Phil. I don't know where DJ Phil slept this morning. Certainly has been firing on all arsenals this morning. We'll take a break. When we return, there's more here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7.
Come, let's go to the market.
Hughes. We're getting now into the big conversation here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7, your station of choice, your urban lifestyle radio.
The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise. The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
This morning, we want to talk about drug abuse, what it does to young people and older people and people in between. We have some hard facts and a ledger of facts. We have hard numbers of drug abuse, mental health in Ghana's youth, the security crisis that it creates. And Kate Kujo, as well, is very well grounded in all the figures, and he has them right in his pouch, and he will share them with us. Kate, what do we know?
I think, as we can see, we have the ledger of facts. And we'll be discussing the hard numbers on drug abuse, mental health, and Ghana's youth and security crisis.
That's right.
If we look at the first profile, we're looking at Ghana's youth profile. We have a youth population of about 11.78 million youth. And if we look at the youth share of the national population, that's about 32, but that's 38.2%. With youth unemployment within the range of 19.7%. That is youth unemployment between 15 and 35. If we
age 15 and 35.
Yes, age 15 and 35. And if we look at youth unemployment between age 15 to 24, we have 32.8. But I'll go straight into the security recruitment crisis in 2026 this year.
Right.
Which has been trending for a while and has become a social conversation. People are wondering, how can 6,000 people be disqualified? What informed the disqualification?
Right.
So if we look at the numbers there, we realize the total applicants screened were over 100,000, and the total disqualified on medical grounds were 6,000 plus.
Right.
We realized there were some failed drug tests amounting to about 4,000 and failed mental health assessment. That's also amounting to over 2,000.
Right.
If we look at the drug-related failure rate, that's 4%. And then we look at the mental health failure rate, less 2% as well. Combined exclusion rate is less 6%. Then we look at the data. You go to number 3.
Right.
Yes, we look at the data, the drug seizure data. In 2020, 8,704 kilograms of illicit drugs were seized. And then in 2021, we have 15,458 kilograms. Then fast forward to 2028, we have 59,000. That's about 4 times.
Right.
The increase.
That's scary.
Yes.
Is it not?
And that's about 59,900 kilograms. So basically, if we're looking at an increase from 2020 to 2022, that's like plus 588% increase.
Wow.
And if we look at the total seizures between 2020 to 2022, we're looking at about 84,062 kilograms. And this data is just centered between 2020 and 2022. We're hoping our authorities,
the figures don't go up,
so
and the authorities will be
get more
up and awake
to interpret. But the numbers show that there has been an increase, a 588% increase in drugs seized from 2020 to 2022 alone. Then we come to the drugs that have been destroyed by Ghana authorities.
Right.
If we look at
all the authorities,
the data, we see over 150,000 kilograms of drugs destroyed. Codeine alone amounts to 105,700 kilograms.
People still take codeine.
for all kinds of things, and it's crazy. It's an abuse, actually. You know, it's there to serve a medical purpose, but the abuse of it.
They abuse it.
Yes. And we also, if we look at the cannabis record, that's 46,128 kg. Heroin destroyed, we have 37 kg. Cocaine destroyed, 9 kg. And methamphetamine. What?
Methamphetamine.
Yes.
Methamphetamine.
Yes.
Methamphetamine.
I'll skip that.
No, we have to keep it. Methamphetamine. Yeah.
Yes, so that's 3 kg, and speedball destroyed is also
what
also
is
10
speedball,
kg.
by the way.
So if we look at the data, this data is between 2021 to 2024. And then it takes us to our mental health numbers.
Right.
Estimated Ghanaians living with mental health conditions, that's 2.3 million.
Out of the over 30 million,
yes.
2.3.
Yes. Hey. And then if we look at the estimated treatment gap, estimated treatment gap, that's 98%. Suicide-related deaths recorded in that regard in 2023 is 134. And the reported rise in suicide-related deaths in 2024 is 40%. Then it takes us to our police mental health statistics. A study among police officers, Greater Accra. Officers surveyed were 268. Lifetime suicidal ideation, that's 28%. And then we have suicidal ideation within previous 12 months, that's another 26.9%. Suicidal threats, that's 21.6%, and suicidal planning, that's 3%. And this is a study among Ghana police officers. We look at the school and youth substance abuse among Ghanaian adolescents. We have a current alcohol use about 12.6%. Lifetime drunkenness, that's 11.1%. Alcohol-related problems in the range of 6.8%, and past month cannabis use, that's 5.3%, and lifetime amphetamine use, that's 7.1%. So the key security implications out of every 100 young Ghanaians attempting to enter the security service, 4 failed due to drugs, 2 failed due to mental health conditions, and 6 failed due to psychological substance or related concerns.
I see.
The source of the data is Ghana Statistics Service, Ghana Health Service, and the Narcotics Control Commission, Ghana Police Service, and media reports and official statements.
Thank you, Kujo. And I'm sure that we can get into that conversation right now. But first, here's a spot of music. We have to heal the world.
3FM 92.7.
They know it's a better world for them and think if they can make it a better place.
Consultant, Mr. Kumado. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
We are reading very disturbing reports about drug abuse and the police service, security service, for example, also engaged in that, and the numbers are shocking and hard-hitting. Is this something that you know? Because I know that you go on that ground and do a lot of digging. Is this something that is, are we talking too much, or this is a reality?
It's a reality. And if you go back like 4 months ago or 6 months ago, IGP set up a special task force, placed them purposely in Tamale to deal with issues of drug abuse, which has become very prevalent among our youth. Then, collectively, the law enforcement agencies have made a number of arrests, huge numbers, just as late as 2 days ago or 3 days ago. In that regard, that some people are smuggling drugs into our country, and the young people are their target. It's a major concern that every family, every parent, every big brother, every big sister will have to take responsibility and making sure that their homes are safe and their young ones are not getting blended into this drug menace. It has ramifications that goes way beyond the individuals involved in this trap.
Now, I know that you are very well grounded as well in terms of the regimental space that you used to work in as a Secret Service person, or if you like, a BNI top official. Is this supposed to be normal, where people who are supposed to be disciplining people, who are supposed to be protecting us, people who are supposed to be enforcing the law, people who are supposed to be on the right track, going on this tangent? Is it right? Is it normal? Tell me.
Definitely it's not normal. Something has gone wrong, and we went back as to the nature of the recruitment we did and the patterns we have established for ourselves. From the year 2000, what we have done with the national security architecture is that we've never mended it. We created problems for the national security architecture, starting from recruitment and many of the policies that the leaders, political leaders engage themselves in. What we have done is to be merging it and try to plaster it. Then it goes back, and you could see the level of denigration we've done to ourselves in terms of certain persons who came into the job. It's also of a fact that the nature of work and the pressure of the work also makes officers to behave abnormally. And that is why institutions within the national security architecture have institute policies when it comes to mental health and when it comes to officers' well-being. We are not doing well in that regard. So it's allowing all manner of things to go on, and it's affecting not just the officers, but their output and the institutions they represent. I am happy this issue is being discussed on air, that will serve as a wake-up call to institutional leaders that they will need to do more in-house cleaning. Other than that, their officers have been entangled and entrapped into this drug menace that has ramifications that goes way beyond what individual officers should do.
What does it mean when you, for example, find your policeman that you're going to talk to, military or any other security person that you're going to talk to, either if they are maintaining law and order or they are enforcing law and order, as is with the military and the police, before I mentioned that, and he is intoxicated, how do you progress?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and that influences the nature of output you will get, or behavioral patterns you will get, or operational outcomes you will get, and it influences every decision. So you would need to have people who are stable. You would need people who appreciate sound judgment. You would need people who can take quick decisions on the split of seconds. And once they are influenced by all other things, apart from strict discipline, you are likely going to have problems. And we need to clean up the system. But taking a decision is becoming very difficult. And it's because we have bastardized the place with all manner of persons that have no business being there. If you have your young persons who want to join security agencies, and one of the reasons why they are being set aside is that they have abused drugs or they have drug-related issues, then you can imagine those who got involved, who were recruited or hired. You are going to have problems. And we need to do something drastic, and we do something strategic, and we need to do something differently. Other than that, it might be creating many more problems for us that has not been documented officially.
We are handing over Kalashnikovs, sidearms, weapons of precision, G3, M16, and other very important weapons to people who might not be in their right frame of mind. What are we doing to ourselves?
They have become killers. And anytime there's an infraction or anytime there's a disorder or misconduct, one of the things they do as part of their internal review is also to check the integrity of the officer, the working equipment, and the standing of the officer. And they look at about 7 things in relating to the officer alone in order to be sure that the conclusions will either include substance abuse or not. And where there are issues about substance abuse, then the appropriate decisions are taken to ratify it or to correct it. And we also encourage law enforcement officers to take good care of themselves. And we also say the HR and the administrative officers, we need to create avenues for officers to have themselves checked regularly. Other than that, pressure and all manner of pressure come with the job, particularly when you have people who have negative backgrounds who have been smuggled into the place. You will have difficulties and you will have challenges.
What would you say is the peace of mind level of our security operatives in this country?
I have monitored the space for some time. Let's benchmark about 2-3 years or last year or last 6 months.
Right.
Leadership has done a good job. The SSS is coming down. Responsibility is being taken very high, and people are being held accountable instantly. It means that there's a determination to promote discipline across board, and there's a determination to ensure that whatever might have gone wrong, they are taking steps to correct it. If they continue in this regard, then we might be making progress. Other than that, individual officers have their personal responsibility to ensure that the oath they're taking, that they will serve